Heat 3, Mick Fanning takes on Julian Wilson.
Been riding out the back, Shmoo. Mick Fanning.
Yeah, Mick Fanning on one that's going to grow on him. That's a great first turn. Drives hard off the bottom, straight up into that section that was coming down all around him, and just gets absolutely smashed on that closeout section. Mick Fanning up and riding on his second wave. Has to double pump that one. The wind is so strong going into these rights. Really hard to maintain speed and get some big turns, but Mick does very well on that one. Drives up into that oncoming closeout section. At the back, Julian Wilson is going to have a look at this set wave. It's a beautiful looking left here at Margaret River.
Well, Julian Wilson up and riding. He's going to go left here for a pretty rare left for Julian Wilson. He's been tagging those rights. It's a reef hugger, Shmoo. Snap off the top. He comes around the section. Just getting caught behind the whitewater. Julian Wilson carving back into the power source. One more section ahead of him. Bang, off the top again. Big, powerful surfing from Julian out onto the open face. Wave number one for Julian, a 7.0. He's going to lock in another good score there. Mick Fanning, a 4.83 on his opening ride. Back that up with a 6.0. Mick looking to replace that 4.83. Trying to extend his lead and make it a little bit harder for Julian Wilson.
And this man in red heading off on a big one here at Margs. Look at the size of this thing, Potts.
Yeah, Mick Fanning, just a little bit of a check fade turn. Bottom turn, snaps off the top, gets caught up a little bit, free falls back down into the power source. Mick Fanning out into the open water. And this wave there, is it going to peak up? Is it going to give him the open face for one more move? Once it gets down on this inside section, it is pretty much done and dusted there. So not a big score for Mick Fanning, but that last wave for Mick, a 7.17. Game on.
Yeah, definitely it'll be game on, and look at all the fans. They've been here all day long, and they have not moved. It's standing room only here in the afternoon hours here in Margaret River, Western Australia for the Telstra Drug Aware Pro for 2011. Julian Wilson leads Mick Fanning. Will he survive perhaps an onslaught from Mick during the final minutes of this heat? Mick needing that 8.04. Well, he came close on his fifth ride with an 8.03. Stick a fork in me, I tell you.
Using his priority, Julian Wilson's been sitting there for a long time. Big carving turn off the top. Julian trying to replace a 7.0. Snaps it off the top, gets caught there, and guess what? That ain't going to go into Julian's top two.
Well, the ocean is still alive, as we can see everyone waiting on tender hooks, on baited hooks to see if Julian can hold on. Can Mick come from behind?
Here we go. Mick Fanning takes off behind the section, opting to go right as he comes around the section straight up. Big carving turn off the top from Mick Fanning. Drops back down. Nice wraparound cut back into the white water. And guess what?
That's not going to be it.
That's not going to be it. And it looks like moving through to the next round is one Julian Wilson as Joycey moves through after taking down two coolie kids.
Closest seat I've ever had, and to have it with Mick, that's, you know, really cool. I honestly, can't even think of anything to say. I'm so exhausted. 3 surfs out there. I was just trying to think what I'm going to say right now, and I'm like destroyed. But massive day. I had, you know, a big heat with Paco this morning. Had a really fun 3-man heat with Michelle and Taj, and then another big heat with Mick. And yeah, I just got to go and try and recharge and find some energy for tomorrow.